Welcome to my channel. My name is Amber and we're going to be setting up March 2020 today. So this is my splash page, as Jessie Corinne calls it, and my cover page. And so I'm just getting my stuff ready because I didn't have it organized, but I will get it organized in the future before the next video. So I'm just telling you the colors that they were. That one is 05, 133, 126, 177, 603, 623, and 655. And that was supposed to say clovers, but it says cloves. My bad. There's no reason to correct it because it's my journal. No one else goes through it. And those are all my uni pens. I ordered them after I got my first uni pen, which I got from the jetpens.com out of their black fine liner sample pack. It was the 02 uni pen, and the reason why I ordered the whole pack is because they write super smooth. The ink is very black. Oh, there's the one I got from JetPens. The other ones that I got were not, they don't have the, I believe it's Japanese writing on it. I'm not positive. They don't have that on there. They, I think, were processed for the United States, but the other one actually came from Japan, which is kind of cool. It's my special pen. That was the size 8, and then I'm using the size 2 to go through and outline my clovers that I put in the center of that. And I outline them with a 2 just so that way it's a little bit bolder, and also it's not as thin and you can see it. And I actually went back in after I was done and redid that circle because you couldn't see it very well, and so I went back in with my 8, my 08 size uni pen, and added in more of bold line to that. And I only have 2 4-leaf clovers in there. The rest are 3-leaf clovers because I think having more than that would have been a little much, because 4-leaf clovers are hard to find. So I figure 2 in there is good. And then I'm going through and erasing the stuff I had on the outside, which I did draw tulips all the way around that, kind of in a circular shape, all pointing towards the center, and I really didn't like how it looked. So I just was like, you know what, I'm not going to waste my time on drawing them. I don't like them in pencil. I'm probably not going to like them in pen either. So I didn't even try with those. And I did go back in and I put the lighter green on the inside first, and then I went back through with the darker green and I colored in that stuff. And then I attempted to blend them. It didn't blend very well. They did not want to. I think I waited too long. And my paper isn't coated, so I think that has something to do with it too. Like the coated paper that you get with certain notebooks, like I know the Dingbats has coated paper, but my Scribbles That Matters Pro does not have coated paper. So I did that. Or didn't do that, I should say, because it didn't blend. And now we're on to my monthly spread. I like to have my month overview. The last couple months I've been doing it smaller with words to the side. This month I did it 6x6 boxes. It's usually enough space for me to write in if I write really small, because I don't have a lot going on. And I put most of my appointments and stuff in the weeks, or in my future log. So that makes it good. Sorry, I yawned. Excuse me. So with the bees that I put in and the little trails, I learned how to do those from Miss McKenna's Life Leverage. You guys all need to go over to her channel and love her because she's got some awesome stuff. And not only does she do awesome spreads, but she also talks about some really important things. Like she talks about domestic violence and self-care and self-love, and she's just an amazing human being. I absolutely love her channel, and I love watching and listening to her talk. And she goes through a whole setup of how to draw those little bumblebees. The light went out right there because I had to go downstairs and grab my son and feed him really fast. And then I came back up and finished up the little doodles on my page. And so I'm doing my clovers and the bees. You just draw it. I don't know how to explain it. But Miss McKenna does. And then I go in, and after I get all of that stuff drawn, I go back in and I do my little, I guess little tick marks over the yellow line so you can see it a little bit better. Right through there. Which is pretty good. I mean, it makes it look like the bee flew away, which is what I was going for. And then I color in with the light green again. Except this time, instead of just doing the center, I did the entire clover. And then I went back in with my darker green and just did the outside. And that seemed to work a little bit better than trying to just do the center and then the outside. And then I blended it. Or attempted to blend it. And I keep yawning, and I'm sorry. I'm very tired. And then I went through with my purples. And I don't think those are actual tulip colors. I do know that tulips started in Holland. Or I think they started in Holland. They really like them over there. They have fields and fields of tulips, and it's so cool. They're so pretty. I looked at pictures. And I was going to try to do like a tulip field, but it's basically just the colors that they have. And it would have just looked like lines on my page because I'm not really good at drawing flowers. And this spread right here is my productivity tracker, and I'll put a picture in because I didn't quite get it finished on camera. Even my flip through doesn't have the colors that I added to it because I went back in after I drew out all of the lines. Oh, this is also another Miss McKenna's Life Leverage spread. So really, really go check out her channel. She goes through how to use this and everything. Like she's so amazing. She inspired me so much, and a lot of my spreads that I have, like this one, and then in the future, or not in the future, but here in just a few minutes, you're going to see, oh, those are the icons I use in my productivity tracker. So I can see what I've done and what I've have to do. But you'll see the relationship tracker, the feelings page. Those were all inspired. Oh, and my pain and anxiety tracker were all inspired by Miss McKenna. Her name's Elise, and she's so amazing, and she sets up some amazing spreads, and I love listening to her talk. I've already said that, but it's so true. I absolutely love her channel. Total fangirl right now. So I'm going through and I'm adding in all the lines, and I add in darker lines to where the weekend starts and stops, so that way it's really easy to see where it is. But then I also went back in with that light green Tombow that I have and the 133, and I did a mark in the boxes. I went across the page, like a line across the page, so that way I could see where the weekends started and stopped. Again, I was just showing you the pen to show you which size I was using. It was kind of too fast to see that. And then now I'm doing my mood and habit trackers first. And I did go in and add more decorations to the page. And so I'll get a picture of that and put it in right now. And so you can see that I did add more details to it. And I might add more habits, but I don't know if I want to track that many. Right now I have 5, and that's good enough for now. I might add in a 6th one, but I'm not really sure if I want to or not. So I'm doing my little boxes, and so with the productivity tracker, I realized that the ink spreads, so I have to let my when I use the thicker pens, I have to let the ink dry on the paper before I use the ruler, or else it smears it all over the place. And I noticed it just with the 8 size. The other ones didn't seem to do it, so I'm not sure if it's just the 8, because it puts a lot of ink on paper. But it's very dark black, which is awesome. I love it. It's a great pen. I love the Udi pens. They're awesome. And I will be putting in the description box links to all of the stuff that I am using in this video, just to make it a little bit easier for you guys to find it if you're wanting to use the same supplies as me. Most of the stuff I got here on Amazon, except for that washi tape that's up in the corner. I actually got that at the Dollar Tree, because you can find some super awesome stuff in there. Oh, I found some bubble wrap. That was fun. I popped it for a second. And then I went through and I did all of the 3-leaf clovers in this spread. And oh my goodness, my hands were killing me after all of those clovers. So you'll see me in the neck for the rest of the video moving my hand around because it is aching. Because I've never actually set up a monthly spread all at once. I usually do it over time, like the week before I'll start setting up. But I usually do it in my car because I take my kids to school and I wait for them. So I sit in my car or I walk around the parking lot and I wait for my kids to get out of school because right now I'm on maternity leave. But sadly, Friday's my last day. I'm so sad. Oh, and I just used the colors that I had out because I didn't want to have to get out more colors and hold more colors. So anyways, back to what I was telling you. So I sit in my car, and I've never actually done a spread or a whole monthly setup all at once like this. So my hand was aching by the end of this. So much. And so that is my pain and anxiety tracker. And so I'm wanting to see if my anxiety has anything to do with my pain. I'm thinking that it probably makes it worse, or my pain having something to do with my anxiety, or vice versa, you know what I mean? Because I've noticed that they kind of coincide with each other. If my pain is high, my anxiety is higher. If my pain is low, my anxiety sometimes is lower. But I think I might have postpartum depression, and nothing to be ashamed of, but it is hard to be up all night long with your baby and then still function like a normal human being. So if you suffer from postpartum depression, call someone and talk to somebody, because it is so important to not let those feelings get bottled up, because you matter. You really do. And you have to take care of you to be able to take care of your kids. So do it. Call someone if you need help. You can even message me on YouTube or my Facebook page. I don't care, but talk to somebody so that way you aren't left in the dark and you're taking care of yourself too. And it is so very important. And we're going on to my gratitude spread and my relationship tracker. Not really tracker, relationship care is more what it is, really. I like to track the status and quality time and talking and a couple other things. If we had any conflict or an argument, or if we had tension, if I felt like there was tension in the relationship. And I do talk to my husband about it too. This spread has actually made us start talking. And like I said earlier, where I found this was on Miss McKenna's Life Leverage. She actually invented this spread, which I thought was super awesome, because it's very important to know how your relationship is doing. And she goes in and explains it very, very well, so you should go check out her video on her relationship care tracker. I think that's what she calls it. And that last page was a couple lines a day. And this one is my first week in March. So that's what this is. I'm going in and setting up my week. And I've got 7 boxes because I like all of my days to show. I don't like grouping my weekend into one because I start my weeks on Sunday because I've always started them on Sunday. I tried starting them on Monday. It just didn't work. My brain could not wrap around that. I always tried to go back to the old way, or my old way. I don't know if it's the right way, but it's my way. And then I'm drawing some more clovers on there and some more tulips. And just so you guys know, I do not like how any of my tulips turned out. They all look like rubbish. But they're there and they're in there, so there you go. It is what it is. Now I'm going back in and I'm coloring everything. The coloring part is fun though. I enjoy that. And I love those Tombow dual brush pens. Those things are awesome. They color really well and they make like super cool lines, and you can do do brush lettering with them and everything. And so after I color this, I'm going to go back and do a flip through for you guys. So we have the splash and cover page, my monthly setup, my productivity level tracker, my habit tracker and mood, pain and anxiety and feelings, my gratitude and relationship, a couple lines a day. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more from me. Thank you for watching.